Hello guys, and welcome back to another episode of Let's Play Dark Souls Prepare to Die. As you may have guessed, I am now being summoned, and I am now in the level of Barbarian. Guess that's an easy enough name to remember. I cannot praise the sun, unfortunately, but I can bow. So, he is wearing some form of chameleon armor or chameleon ring, I'm not sure what. But now we are here in his world, and we just kind of take a quick look around here. Try to figure out what he's done. It looks to me like right now he has kind of killed most of the enemies in this area already. He's already been through this area at least once, and the non-respawning enemies are now gone. You and your shield. No, none of that. Actually, from the amount of damage I'm doing right now, guys, yeah, that was 110 damage. My guess is he has been infected. There is a covenant in this game. They're not really supposed to do anything. Let me kill you. Would you stop trying to run away? Yes! He has been infected. There is a covenant in this game. They are called the Gravekeeper's Covenant. Whoa. I don't see any of them. But this covenant, holy shnikes, makes enemies a lot tougher. As you might have already guessed. And, because they're a lot tougher, you gain a lot more souls, but they also, well, they do that. That was the Gravekeeper's Covenant doesn't usually affect New Game, which is what I'm in. Usually it's only under New Game Plus or higher. It's not the first time I've run into that. I have a hard time believing that it was the Covenant, though, just because of whenever the Gravekeeper's Servant infects a world, there's also red phantoms that appear. But
well, you need any?
We're gonna do this while we're here. I'm Cool Kindred again. I don't think I actually said that at the start of this episode. I might have, in which case then you guys say hello again. Now we have improved our Zweihander as far as we can go right now. We can improve it farther, but we require a special item first before we can do that. I'm actually not going to level up just yet. I want to try and see if I can get summoned one more time. That guy probably needs help. Actually, I know he needs help. But, as I was saying about the Gravekeepers group, what usually happens is there's red NPC phantom enemies that appear, and everything's tougher, as you might have guessed there. Like, I killed that Baldur's enemy, and they usually give me, that one usually gives you 200 souls. I got 625 souls from him, guys. So, they're actually really tough. The only other explanation I can think of is that he was in New Game Plus, and I have a hard time believing that as well, because I'm in New Game. You shouldn't actually be able to summon between, nor should he be low enough of a level to summon me at that point. So I have to think he was in the Gravekeepers, he was infected by the Gravekeepers. If you become infected by the Gravekeepers, then what ends up happening is shield. Then there is actually a sign somewhere, kind of like the summon sign I just put down back there, somewhere in that world, and if you find it, you can invade the world of the Gravekeeper's Servant and kill him, and that is basically the only way to end it. The Gravekeeper's Servant has to die. Don't think that quitting your game can change anything. It actually won't. If you quit your game, And even if you just quit and wait, there's I think it's only 5 minutes, but it might be longer, timer that if you are not playing your game when the Gravekeeper's servant is killed, then you have to actually wait those 5 minutes with all of them on there before the game will finally let you I got parry riposted. Before the game will actually let you be free of the Gravekeeper's curse. There we go, now you're dead. I hate that. And there you go, you guys saw me get parry riposted. That doesn't usually happen to me either, but that hurt. That hurt a lot. He almost killed me with one shot there, guys. But, yeah. So, the problem with the Gravekeeper's curse one is, like I said, the only way to finish it is to kill the Gravekeeper. The only way to really invade the Gravekeeper is to find their sign, and their sign is wherever they're standing at that moment. So there's two different kinds, really, of Gravekeeper servants that I've found. There are the Gravekeeper servant who will infect your world, and then they put their sign in someplace big, like, say, for this area, the main floor of the chapel down there where we were just at with all the pews and everything, where it's quite easy to find. You just have to kind of walk up and touch it, invade their world, and then even if you fail, they won't usually move. It'll still be in that usual area. But then there are other types of Gravekeeper servants who they will hide. They'll go to like they'll go to like over there where you can see those barrels in front of me. They'll break the barrels and then they'll stand there. And if you haven't broken the barrels in your world, you can't see their sign. And so there are those two different types. The types that are very easy to move in, the types who just kind of want to cause you pain and misery as well. I got my summon signed out, but it usually takes a long time here between summons. I'm not even fully sure how I'm going to get summoned again. Although, I wouldn't mind getting summoned back to that barbarian's world. As much as the Gravekeeper's curse can be a pain in the rear, you can't really argue when you're getting, over twice as many souls per kill as normal. And you guys just gotta think back and think about this for a minute. I'm only getting half the amount of souls when I got summoned. So I should have only gotten, when I killed this guy over there, I should have only gotten 100 souls when I was in that guy's world. I got 625, which means he got 1,250 souls. I don't really think he has a lot of room to complain, even if I didn't actually make it all the way to the boss. Oh gosh. The boss. The boss is affected by that rule too. Maybe it's a good thing I got killed there. Of course, you could have gotten a lot more souls against the boss. I don't know. Oop. Oh man, it's been doing this for a little while. Every once in a while, my frame rate just drops down to 5 while I'm here. I don't know what it is. Hopefully it doesn't do that too much later on in this LP, or else that'll be a pain in the rear. Yeah, it's kind of a weird thing, because while I've been off-screen, guys, and I've been kind of wandering around here, just doing different stuff, trying to get summoned, there's always bloodstains and phantoms running around, so I know that there's a lot of people still here, but I'm not getting summoned. So I don't really know what the deal is. Maybe they've already, beaten the boss. This guy is a liar. He lies. There's no path here. Leg. I don't really get that one. But, yeah, we're not doing too bad overall. We're level 24. We got 21,000 souls, 10 humanity, which, you can hold up to 99 soft humanity at a time. But 10 humanity, if I go on here and you look at my item discover there on the right hand portion of the screen, you can see it's at 210. Well, usually it's at 100. The number of humanity you have increases it by a decreasing amount. The first one will give you 50 and so on and so forth, so the last one only gives you 6. But yeah, it only works up to 10 humanity, so once you hit 10 you're done. You can't get any more item discovery. There is a ring in the game that does grant you an additional 100, I believe, item discovery, and that can be useful a lot of times in certain areas where you're kind of farming for Titanite. But I'm not really getting summoned here, guys. I would like to try to keep getting summoned, but I'm starting to think that maybe I should do that after I've beaten the boss myself, so I'm actually going to cancel my summon sign and actually run down here. I need to be human in order to summon people, and part of me is kind of a little bit hesitant to turn human right now, actually, because I do know there is that invader here. But at the same time, we do kind of want to do this, so I'm going to reverse my home and turn human. Hooray for humanities! And then I'm going to kindle this bonfire, so I can get this bonfire up to a plus 10 again. Or up to 10. Look at my repair. I need to restore my stuff because they took a beating in that other world. And we can level up now too. I'm going to increase my endurance by a couple points, and I'm going to increase my vitality because I kind of think I'm gonna need it. I'm not super concerned right now. Oh, look at that armor. That armor's awesome. I love that armor. I'm not super concerned about our damage output right now, guys, because my Zweihander, since it's at plus 5, it does 195 damage plus an additional 72 damage. And so, I'm not super concerned about how much damage I'm going to end up doing to this boss. I'm more concerned about how many times I can swing my sword and how many hits I can take. So we're going to run up here. Now that we're human, we do have to worry about invaders. I'm not seeing any summon signs either. Oh, there they are. It took a second to pop up. Let's run around and kill you. Who are you? You are using a katana. Archetypical. Archetypical? Let's go ahead and summon this guy. And how about you? Who are you? Oh, you're using his Zweihander too. Fire hazard. I'm going to summon both of these guys now. Hopefully we can get at least one of them to show up. Maybe all we really needed to do was actually increase our level. Now we're level 28. Come on, please. One of you two show up. Please, please, please. I'm going to guess that at least one of these summons failed. Alright, you're here, so I did at least get one person to show up. I'm going to try summoning you. If you don't work, I know somebody else I can summon. Hello. I will bow to you, sir. And you will wave to me. I'm trying to summon another guy here. May or may not work. Give me a second. Ah, good, he did show up. And it's alright, so now we have Arshlian? And oh, fire hazard went away. Alright. I'm gonna bow to him, and then I'm just gonna go ahead and head on off. I'm not gonna worry about the rest of these guys. I got another person that I can summon, so I'll go ahead and summon him when we get to the other end. And he's got a really big hammer, guys. That's another weapon. I don't recognize that weapon either, but I'm not as well versed, I guess, for lack of a better term, with, not as well versed with any, hammer-type weapons. I know my swords. But beyond my swords, I really can't admit that I know much of anything. Alright, so now he's got some miracles. Well, somebody has rung the bell. Alright, we're gonna go on up here now. Hopefully, yep, okay, good, he's following us. And another rung up here to the boss area, but now that we're up here, you can see there's a summon sign here, and if you'll recognize him, this is Knight Solaire, so we're going to summon the knight to help us out. He is one of the NPC summons that for most of the time when he is available, I say go for it. Go ahead and summon Knight Solaire. He is very, very useful in combat. And we're going to traverse the white light and get started here. Be wary of fire. That is very true. You do want to watch out for that. Alright. So now we got... You guys have already seen this boss fight once, so I'm not going to worry too much about whether or not I talk through this little opening cutscene. But we do have the gargoyles here, and they are the first boss fight. If you notice the first gargoyle's tail, you can actually cut off that tail, and it gives you a weapon. I think it's called the Gargoyle Axe. I could be wrong on that, but it is one of the special weapons, epic weapons. I don't remember what they could technically call them in this game. In this game, where I missed him. Whereas if you get it, then there's an achievement for getting all those types of weapons. I'm not going to focus on getting them because, like I said, I actually have to cut his tail off, and that requires massive... and you see, like right then and there, I would have already lost. I can't do that achievement now anyway because now I have lost that skill. Actually, I'm going to take it back. There might be another way to get the gargoyles. Alright, there we go. We won, and we got the gargoyles halberd. We're not actually going to make any use of that. But we got twin humanities, and because we brought Solaire with us, we get a sunlight medal. So those are useful if you are in the Covenant of the Sunlight, or the Sun Bros, as the community affectionately calls them. And we got 10,000 souls. But the more important thing is now we can actually ring the first bell of awakening, guys. Unfortunately, though, in order to get there, we have to climb a couple ladders that rival snake eaters liked. And there's one ladder down, but we have another ladder to go. You do kind of want to make sure. I've seen some people run off the edge of this port. Hey, look, 2 more gargoyles. The only 2 that we didn't kill. But now we are up here. This is now the first bell. Alright guys, so that's the first bell of awakening. Looks like somebody else is about to ring it as well, so we'll probably hear it again. So, there is the first bell of awakening done. Now we have to go to the next one, which is, unfortunately, in Blighttown. And those of you who have played this game before know Blighttown is evil. But before we go there, there's a magic guy who appears out of nowhere. We gotta talk to this guy first.
I am Oswald of Karim, the path, and thou art a friend. For thee, all cometh out to contest. It was evil sin that I
Okay guys, so one of the things I haven't actually talked to you about yet is sin in this game. You can accumulate different kinds of sin, and you can also buy different things here. The indictment, is, you can see here, if you are killed by an invader, use this to report the crime of that trespasser. The indicted player will be added to a list of unfortunate souls who will one day face the wrath of the blades of the dark moon. I call them moon burrows personally. That is another covenant in the game, and that is what you do. You actually punish people who are considered guilty. And actually, you can, even if you want to, you can buy a book of people who have been indicted. There are actually two different types of. Let's see here. Ooh, that one could be useful later, but not yet. There are actually two different types of sin in Dark Souls. There is PvP sin, or sin against a player, that happens when you are indicted from an invasion. If you invade and somebody indicts you. There is another kind called for PvE, or player versus environment, which actually, if you look, I have absolution. I have sin right now, and if you guys don't know what it is, I have accumulated sin.
It is only human.
There's only human to commit sin. Anyway, I have committed sin because I killed that merchant. If you remember way back there in the Undead Earth, I killed the merchant and I took the katana from him. That accumulated sin. I'm not worried, in case you guys are wondering, about being invaded by the Dark Blades, because although I have now technically, I have sin and I could be invaded, PvE sin is not ranked high amongst the sin. It's the Dark Blades really only go after people who have been indicted in PvP. So I don't really have to worry about that. I might have to request absolution later in the game for I might have to request absolution later in the game to join a covenant that I do want to get on. Do want to join. So I'll just have to wait and see. Actually, I don't think I have to, unless I've sinned against that covenant directly. I don't know. But we'll get to that point later. But we've been going on for quite a while now, guys, so I'm actually going to end off the episode here. Thanks for watching. Go ahead and leave any comments, like the video, and I will see you guys next time. Alright, take care.